And hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. So with that, before we get started, a reminder. Tonight is a level 15 one-shot adventure in the city of Waterdeep. I've built the theme called the Waterdeep Detective Agency, where every other Thursday, 4 players get together and solve mysteries, solve crimes, or serve eviction notices, or whatever the board requires them to do during their period of time while here. So tonight, starting with Callista, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character for us?
I'm Fire on the Bright Cliffs, Tabaxi Cleric.
Anything else for us?
No. Okay, well, what should I say?
That was perfect.
Give us your entire backstory.
My entire backstory.
No, not for a one shot. Let's move on. Okay, Kevin, why don't you go ahead?
She's got a long backstory. Yeah.
Kevin, go ahead and introduce us to your character.
Who are these peasants that have roped me into this game? I am Plux. I am a goblin blood hunter born above the villages of my brethren. They disgust me, as do most of you here.
Love it.
Good luck to you all. Now, where's my hand sanitizer?
Alec, go ahead. Who are you playing tonight?
My character is Tyrannian Bigums. He is a Circle of Spore druid that has lost his mind and found his way into the city.
Hey kids, you got any cookies? It's one of my favorite characters. Tyrone Bigums.
Are you a human or what are you?
Goliath. Goliath, Circle of Spores druid.
And Carolyn, who are you playing tonight?
I am Drew with one green eye. I am a changeling sorcerer, and I change my face as much as I can change my expression because I'm a changeling. That's kind of what I do.
Nice. That sounds very Carolyn to me. So, for tonight, the 4 of you taking up in the southern section. Let me bring up the Waterdeep map really quick now that we've done the intro. So, for all of you in Waterdeep, you are in the south, the southern ward of Waterdeep, near the South Gate. For those of you that are not familiar with the theme, basically the Waterdeep Detective Agency is an organization that now is a post-organization of for once in its existence in a long time, of a Waterdeep that has been in a long period of renaissance and peace. This has allowed other guilds and other opportunities to move on to do other things. And Waterdeep has become a kind of megalopolis from a standpoint of high fantasy. This has created a unique situation for an organization called the Waterdeep Detective Agency that now has many offices, many posts throughout the city, as the Lord's Alliance finds it a lot easier to administer a more even-handed justice as opposed to a brutal justice as they used to serve with the Waterdeep guards and other organizations that served within Waterdeep. So we find our 4, well, I use the term heroes loosely. We find our 4 characters in the Waterdeep Detective Agency on an early morning. It is the beginning of the high summer season. It's coming up on the end of your year, serving within the agency. The board is quite empty as you all come in for a day's work to try to figure out what to solve. Are there crimes to solve? Are there dockets to be served? Are there interesting bits of investigation to be warranted? All of you standing together, preparing to start your shift, you watch as a very small individual comes walking into the detective agency. Now, this is unusual because normally there's very little activity here in the morning, but this individual comes walking in, seems to be an elderly gnome, very kind of plainly dressed, wearing spectacles on his nose, neatly combed hair, neatly combed beard, kind of looking about and going, pardon me, I was just wondering, could you guys do me a favor?
You bloodlet one child and you're forced to be in this office as payment. My God. What is it?
You are strange.
Gnome.
Well, my elderly father just recently passed away and left us a key to his wizard's tower. Well, I tried to get in, and I couldn't. I think there are squatters in the property, and I was hoping that perhaps you and your friends here could gain access to the tower, evict the squatters, and possibly make it safe for me and my family to move in.
That's
Ancient.
good. So you want us to evict them. Where is this tower?
It's in the Arcane Ward, near here in the southern part of the city, off the main Dragon's Road. I mean, you can't miss them. There's a series of towers. My grandfather, he owned one and practiced his arts in it, but we recently buried him in the city of the dead, where he wished to be interred. And he left us a key and will and everything to take possession of the tower, but I tried to get in and I couldn't get in. It sounded like somebody was keeping me from entering. So I suspect someone either knew he had passed away and are now squatting in the first floor of his tower. I can't quite see a way to the second. I can see windows in the third floor, but I have no way or egress to get up to the third floor. So here I am, hoping that perhaps you all could help me traverse this tower.
Well, why didn't you ask them how they got in and then go in yourself?
Well, your friend.
Right. Can I get some details of this tower? Because we have some stories for a while from a different group a while back that went to the wrong house and had a whole lot more trouble than they needed to when trying to evict someone.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, is there an address that you guys have?
I could definitely.
Possibly some sort of landmark.
I can escort you.
Lessons learned from previous weeks.
The
The other group sure botched it, didn't they?
They did. They did.
Well done.
Well,
I mean, yeah, is there is there anything on the door that you know?
I could
Now the professionals are here.
I could escort you. That shouldn't be a problem. I just don't have the wherewithal or the authority to evict people that shouldn't be there. That's why I was directed to come here.
By whom?
If you were willed the property, why don't you have the wherewithal or authority to evict them? I mean, I would think that you'd be able to.
Well, I mean,
if you own the property.
Yeah, but
Evictions and squatters are funny.
Yeah, I'm not exactly like somebody who, can physically remove people. I'm kind of, I'm a pacifist at
small.
Yeah, well, and very small and
Have you
You're all
seen
small
what the squatters
compared to
look
me.
like?
No, I can't get through the door.
They don't come and go? Oh, it must be disgusting in there.
Well,
Sounds like the prime breeding group for some mushrooms.
are you all sure that I'm in the right place? You all seem...
Yes, I put my hand on his back. Let's go.
Well, unless the sign above said bed and breakfast, I believe you're at the right place.
Or does it say Bedlam? I'm not really sure.
Oh my, that
Tomato,
would
potato.
be fantastic.
Oh no! Oh no!
The teddy bear. It was a little lamb, and I named him Bedlam, and I slept with him every night.
You whore.
The gnome just looks just aghast, like he's walked into a madhouse, and he's looking around, but he clearly sees that this is the agency. He can see the sign and the desks and all the people. There's a smaller group of another group that's like behind you, kind of laughing, as they clearly see that you're tormenting this poor gnome. The gnome goes, well, anyways, my name is Theo. If you'll follow me, please.
It's nice.
All right, we'll follow you, Leo.
By all means, Theo.
I would like to look exactly like Theo as I follow him.
Oh. Would you stop it?
Give-
don't do
I'm
that.
annoyed by one of them already. Now we have two.
And as we're heading out the door, I'm going to turn to Theo, and I'm going to produce a mushroom out of my bag and say, "Here, Leo. This usually helps me when I'm feeling down when one of my family members passes."
Oh,
Does it
well,
help you level up?
well,
just
just so
Perhaps
you...
you should
absolutely
give him a
calm.
lot of it.
And absolutely palm him a psychedelic mushroom.
Yes, give him more. Perhaps he'll be quiet.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
Which one are you giving it to?
To Theo, but I'm going to keep calling him Leo throughout the rest of the session. Persuasion. That is a 15.
Rude.
So, Carolyn, are you going to mimic as if you're Theo, so that it's going to look like two people are trying to take the mushroom? So you watch as both Theos put their hand out for a mushroom, and give me a performance check. Let's see how well you can mimic poor Theo.
Rolled a 2, but my performance is 5, so 7.
7. As you're watching this play out, what's your character's name? Scathos?
Tyrannian. One second,
Tyrannian.
let me fix that.
So Tyrannian is, you kind of pan between the two Theos. One of them is kind of giggling while holding their hand out, and you kind of get the idea that might be uh-oh, what happened? Yeah, go ahead and change.
Oh, you know what? Because I changed my nickname.
Yeah, just put an S in front of or put an SK in front of the TY.
All right.
That should fix it.
At least I know which one to slap.
There we go. All
Back
right.
to normal.
And I'm gonna look at them and kind of sit there holding the mushroom in front of me. Eeny, meeny, miny, and on Mo I hand it to the right one.
Okay.
But you missed Ho.
So, as all of you kind of filter out of the office into the heat of the day, a very confused, somewhat befuddled, and concerned Theo, staring at this weird, like umami-like mushroom in his hand and walking with this bizarre group behind him. After about 15 or 20 minutes of traversing through the busy section of the South Ward, you eventually make a hard right turn into the Arcane District, where you're now surrounded amongst different assortments of towers, either 2, 3 stories, or 4 stories. You could see a handful of people coming and going through these towers. Theo continues to lead you through a series of walkways until you finally reach a 3-story tower. The first story appears to be all stone, no windows, just a simple double door in the very center wall. Above that is a second floor of stone, no windows, and then a third floor that looks to be all wooden, almost like a Tudor style wooden facade with a series of windows that all look darkened. Nothing really that you can immediately see based on being 30 feet below that point. You watch as Theo steps up to the double doors and he goes, "Here, let me show you what I mean." And he goes and he puts the key in the lock. It seems to fit. He turns the key and he goes to open the door. The door then slams shut and you hear like a laugh and then nothing else.
I would like to go to the
Nice.
door. Knock, knock, knock.
Nice key you have there.
Please open up.
He leaves the key in the door and steps back behind you, Do. And as you step up to the door and you knock, 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 give me a persuasion check, please.
4 plus 15. So
Oh.
19?
Good Lord. That's a hell of a persuasion. You hear behind the door, you hear like a clanking and a clicking sound, a series of whirring gears, and the sound of something moving against metal. And then you don't hear anything, and then you hear it move away from the door.
And I try to open the door.
As you go to open the door, give me an athletics check, please.
This is gonna hurt. Oh, I rolled an 18, but I have +0.
You get the door partly open, and then it slams shut in front of you. And you can hear like childlike laughter, and then nothing.
Insight.
Is there a keyhole to the door?
The key is already in it.
The
Yeah,
key is
they're-
already in it, but there is like a keyhole where
Correct.
stuff can go through.
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna cast infestation through the keyhole into whatever's blocking the door. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, is there a save for that?
1 second. Ah. My makeshift camera stand just decided that it didn't want to live anymore.
It's spell DC, isn't it?
Okay. Con save is 17.
Okay. That is going to be a 15. As you
Now,
cast the effect through the keyhole, you hear the swarm kind of like rattle around against something. You hear like almost like a metallic kind of ringing noise, like it's, and then you hear a series of whirs and gears and movement behind kind of fade away from the door.
how far did we get the door open
It-
when
It usually
it was
goes,
pushed?
yeah, it normally opens a couple inches before it's forced shut again.
Well, so infestation, when they fail the save, they move 5 feet in a random direction.
Yeah, the problem is that didn't happen. Make an insight check
Oh.
really quick.
Okay. Insight. That is an unnatural 20. Stop picking the cord.
Oh my god. The Alec camera went full khaki.
Sorry, 1 second.
It went full khaki.
I know. I shudder to think what it's pointing at.
As boring as his personality.
Pure khaki. So what'd you get on your insight check?
Unnatural 20.
You get
Very nice.
you get the feeling that they might, even though you heard the physical effect of it, whatever the target was might be immune to it.
Yeah, because it's probably mechanical.
So I kind of turned to everyone. We're dealing with something that's not normal person thing.
Oh. That sounds wonderful.
Anyone
Not
have
as wonderful as your attitude.
Yes.
um,
Terrible, isn't it?
okay.
Anyone else have any ideas?
It reminds me of this joke of an asylum that was screaming the number 13, 13, 13. 13.
Are there any windows?
Did we hear any? We heard voices coming from there. What did it sound like?
You didn't
Yes,
hear.
what do the voices say to you?
You didn't hear voices. You heard laughter.
What
Childlike
did it sound like?
childlike
Okay.
laughter.
Children, you say?
I want to try and persuade them again. I'm like, I want to play. I want to play.
Come play with us.
Okay, that just got
Forever
creepy.
Children.
and ever.
I have puppies and balloons outside for you.
Come play with us. Meow.
In fact, I have a closed-up cot for you as well. Perhaps you'd like to come and play, children.
Killing me. I'll say you can have advantage because your creepy friends are trying to help you.
Yes. I'll bring a piece of candy and I'll steal
Rolling
a
so
rat
low.
off the ground and pretend it's a dog.
It's an 8, but it's plus 15, so 23.
This time the door clicks.
Oh, yes.
All of you are hovering around the door. The door clicks, and it swings open.
Real quick, I'm gonna put that immovable rod thingy, and I'm gonna like push the button so it holds the door open.
Nice use of broad.
Nice use
Double
of rod.
bonus.
You
300 points
quickly-
on your bingo card.
quickly pull out the immovable rod. You place it in between the door jamb and the door. Go ahead and give me a dex check just to see how well you do this.
Dex check. Okay, dice, do not let me down. Well, it's a 14.
14. You didn't flub
Average.
it. You struggle a bit. You flub it. You don't flub it.
You said
But
I didn't flub it.
That's what I
Did I
meant.
flub it?
You didn't flub it.
Okay.
And you jam the rod in there, hit the button, and just then the door tries to close again, but it doesn't close. And you watch as this strange mechanical like square construct leans into the opening. There's a series of gears and whirring, and you can see arms kind of flailing strangely, and then you watch as the robotic construct turns away from you and starts to walk back into the space.
Aren't you just wonderful?
Interesting. Okay. We're gonna shall we?
Yes. I would like to enter the house looking like a child.
Okay.
Why don't you look like
In front of me? Well,
All of you enter into the space, and immediately lights come on. And, well,
Oh.
let me show you what you see.
oh my.
For a second, I thought we were on top of a castle. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's wrong.
So, in the right-hand corner of the room, near a series of stairs that seem to lead up to maybe the next floor, you see this weird gyroscopic, like metallic creature that had walked away from the door. It seems to be wandering around the space aimlessly and disjointed. It kind of shifts and moves in like strange different ways. It kind of stops and whirs and looks in your direction. You see one optic eye kind of swivel and open and shut. And then it starts walking towards a bigger metallic robot-like form. You watch as a distended hand comes out, metallic in shape, kind of touches and sparks. You watch as the pedals of the other robot begins to shift and move. And there's almost like a weird kind of ozone-like energy in this space.
I'm
Oh.
going to greet the robot. Why, hello. We were just a passing band of improv artists, and we were wondering if we could put on a show for you today.
The robot stops working on the other robot and kind of, in like a strange kind of gyrating automaton-like form, it kind of swivels and turns its whole form towards you. one small eye below, one large eye up above, and it swivels and focuses on you. Who are you? Should not, cannot be here. Master will return. You cannot. And there's like a spark of blue, like light that comes out of its shoulder, and it turns away from you and goes back to working on the other robot.
We are representatives of Theo, his son. He has passed away. You may retire your endeavors until reactivated by his heir.
It stops
Just
working
out there.
and walks over to you, and you're still in child form, correct?
Yes.
And it walks over
Yes.
to you, looks at you, starts laughing in a childlike voice, which you kind of remember from dealing with the door. As that happens, its eye whirs and recoils from you and refocuses on you. It seems confused. Go ahead and give me persuasion with advantage, because that was a pretty good way of stating something that will be triggering it.
Okay, 11 plus 15, so 26.
Okay.
That's a lot.
It stops, and you watch as a small metal opening appears on the front. If this is true, place your hand in here for proof.
Wait, did Theo come in with us?
No, he did not.
I'm gonna call out to him.
Proof of
She's gonna call out to him. I'm going to go and grab him. Come on, tiny man, we need you. As I'm trying to lead him in by his arm.
He goes, all right, don't worry. Oh my God. I remember this. I think this is my grandfather's first floor lab. I don't remember these. Well, what do you need me to do? I mean, we got the door open. That should be enough, don't you think?
Need your hand, and we figured it'd be easier to bring you in here than cut it off.
Hey, no cutting it off.
But it'd be so much more fun that way. Perhaps we should do it regardless.
He
No,
begins
stop
to
that.
recoil
I'm
and move towards
Damn it.
the door, and he's like, what is wrong with you
They're
people?
joking. They're joking.
Oh.
They're joking.
Years of isolation and mushroom abuse.
There's
Anyway,
so much
need your
to
hand.
tell. Not enough time, little one.
So you kind of fill him in, and he looks at the mechanical construct and goes, He goes to put his hand in it. There's and he goes, ow! And he pulls his hand back, and there's like a little prick from a needle on the tip of his finger and a little bit of blood coming out. The robot then kind of stands there oscillating and making noises and clicking sounds. Very well. Registered. New owner. Reset feature now. And you watch as it walks away, sits in the corner, and just kind of powers itself down.
Our work here is done. Good job, everyone. I'll
Good
be
job.
seeing you. I start for the door immediately.
But we didn't even get to do our
wait-
improv show.
wait-
We're the drunken sailors, and they're the baby seals.
Wait.
What
Before,
do you do with
wait,
a
before you
drunken
go,
sailor?
would you mind joining me for the other two floors? I feel that it's possible my grandfather's devices and other machinations here have bonded to him, and I may need your help to get to the other two floors. Do you mind?
I mean, you're the one with the blood, but sure.
Yes, let us go.
Well, I just think this
We
prevents...
will make sure he is not killed by random arrow fire.
Yeah,
Let us go.
I just think that maybe these machines are now safe. I don't really remember what's up in the second story, but I think it's at least worth checking out.
If I was not beholden to this contract, I would not go.
You watch us.
I'm gonna now look like him, and I'm gonna mock everything he's saying behind his face and behind his back.
As all of you begin to line up to go up the next set of stairs, Theo kind of leads the way, and you watch as he gets to the top of the stairs and then pushes open a door that's in the actual ceiling itself, and it just kind of clatters open. He steps up, pulls himself up, and as he disappears through the open space, you just hear him yelp. He just goes, "Ah!" And then there's just silence as the rest of you are like at the top of the stairs.
Ah, see, we are done here. He's dead now, too. Perhaps we'll speak to the next heir next week of this place.
Oh, he might be dead?
One level
That's
at a time.
wonderful. I've been meaning to get a new puppet for my act.
Oh,
I was thinking of buying the tower.
Oh.
If
But
we're
now-
going to buy it, perhaps we should search it. Damn it.
I mean, it sounds better than having to pay for an evaluation.
Indeed.
Let him go make sure he's okay.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yes. Ah,
So as you
He's
guys
old,
go up
he
into the
told you.
next floor,
oh. Another floor. How quaint.
Oh, my.
Oh, walls are falling off. I felt a rushing sensation. Oh,
Anyone else feel like the world's moving really fast? Or did I just get a little too high this morning?
the statue got us high.
The air. They're trying to brainwash us with the air. Conspiracy.
so
As
as
at this time, I think I want some mushrooms.
as you guys make your way into the second floor of the tower, let me recenter that. That's a little bit.
It looks fine and dandy.
You can see this fleshy-looking construct holding on to Theo in his big, beefy
Oh.
hand. He looks across at all of you as you come up into the space, and he just stares at you and stares at Theo and goes, "You're not supposed to be in here. Master
And with that, I greet him,
wouldn't
"Oh,
like
hello."
it."
And as
Who
he
are
says that, I
you?
greet him, "Hello, we're a traveling group of improv artists. We would love to put on a presentation for you. We'll play the part of a bunch of drunken sailors, and you can play a baby seal. Now put him down."
Give me intimidation or deception. It's up to you.
We're gonna do. We'll do intimidation because they both are the same. Oh, 8.
8. The big fleshy like construct just looks at your frozen image, and goes,
Hold on, it's stuck.
I would like to
Oh.
hold him back, and I'd like to turn myself into an elf and be like, "We are representatives of the
The
house.
Lollipop Guild.
Who you have in your your hands is the new owner, as the previous one has passed away. Please
Didn't
put him
keep
down."
us from having so much fun. We could have watched him get eaten.
give me persuasion check with disadvantage because of Tyrion's failure.
If he gets eaten, we might not be able to,
Disadvantage. That's
you
a
have
6
been
plus
awfully
15.
quiet. You convince it not to eat Theo.
21.
So 21. The big fleshy construct kind of looks at you, looks at Theo, kind of steps forward and go, "You lie. Master would never leave this place to such idiots like you." And then he
No,
kind
not
of
Have
me.
a
I am
point.
just-
and then
You
he
are not wrong.
hurls Theo in your guys' direction.
Oh no! Can I catch him? Can I catch him?
Everybody roll for initiative, please.
Say goodbye to Theo. Bye-bye, Theo.
That would be a 7.
Fly, fly far away, Theo.
No, don't fly. I got an 18.
Ah, yes.
All right, Mittens with an 18. Flux, what'd you get?
Because
19.
To Tyrion
Because-
with a 19. Mittens with an 18. What'd you get, Flux?
because I'm so uninterested in this fight, a 6.
And what
That way you gotta say.
what'd you get, Do?
7.
7. So
Ah.
Do.
Because I am just so upset that
Yes.
guys spoiled my attempts to get through this passively.
By all means, continue to talk with it, and I'll go downstairs.
All right, so that puts us. Tyrion, you are up. Mittens, you're on deck. Are you doing fire or Mittens tonight?
I said
Oh,
fire
I'm
earlier.
fire.
Oh,
I'm
you're
fire.
fire. That's right.
Misclick.
Yeah, I did my cleric, not my wizard.
That's right. So Tyrion, you're up. Fire, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to get within melee range of the creature,
Okay.
and I am going to cast Primal Savagery on myself and attack it.
Go for it.
My avatar looks really weird when I'm eating.
Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit. You just feel. What weapon are you using?
Primal Savagery.
Apparently a sponge.
Is it a weapon or?
No. So you channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a
Gotcha.
corrosive attack.
So
Basically, I roll to hit, then roll for damage.
right.
with the
So
spell.
you're unarmed.
It's a melee spell.
So it's kind of like a combination of unarmed and like you
And
you
a spell.
and you
Yeah.
enhance it. Gotcha. You attempt to dig and savage into the creature, rake across its flesh. It's just its hide, its weird stitched like constructed like flesh just easily resists, and you see your nails spark as they scratch across the surface of it.
All right. And I don't have any other bonus actions that I can use, so that will be the end of my turn.
And at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action called Thump. It's going to attempt to
Sounds
bring
sexy.
its big old meaty hand right down on the top of your head. That's going to be a natural 20.
Perhaps
Yeah, that
Theo
hits.
will soften the blow.
38 points of bludgeoning damage as you just feel this
How many?
How many?
38 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
As it just
Does that prompt a?
so
Can that prompt a reaction from me?
well, no, because it's a legendary action that it's using against you.
Okay.
If you have an event, well, what's the reaction you want to do?
Halo of Spores.
Can you use it as a reaction?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And so, oh wait. Nope. Never mind. Can't use it. Read that wrong.
Okay, no worries.
It's for movement, not for attacks.
Now give me a Constitution save, please.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
Farewell, shroom man.
That is a 22.
22. You feel this paralysis kind of overcome you, and then your physical will pushes it out as you manage to prevent being stunned by this effect.
And as he finishes, I'm going to yell at it, I'm supposed to be the pirate and you're supposed to be the seal, not the other way around.
Fire, you are up, and then the construct is on deck.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Could I still have caught the gnome, gentlemen?
Yeah, give me a dex, give me a dex save.
Dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. 5.
5. You watch as the gnome goes sailing by you as you reach out to try to grab him, and slams right into the wall, drops to the ground unconscious.
Does it look like he's bleeding out?
No, he looks like he's been stunned or knocked unconscious.
Okay. Not like dying. Just unconscious.
Correct.
I'm gonna go, yeah. Just spare the dying, just in case.
Okay. That's an action?
Yeah.
Okay. You still have your bonus action and your move.
Okay. Bonus action.
Your ears are killing me.
Yeah, because every single time I make a face with my mouth,
Yeah.
it makes my ears go back.
I love it.
Oh,
It's hilarious. Okay.
Jason, I forgot to mention, I'm a wild magic sorcerer. I don't know if that makes a difference to you, but it's a thing.
Yes, it
Ooh,
means you have to roll
yeah.
on you have to roll on the wild magic table. So yeah.
If it's like a 1 or something, right?
Correct. Yeah, I have my own.
Action.
I have my own chart for it. So yeah, if you we'll get to that once we get there. So what are you doing,
sorry.
Fire?
Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I am going to do it. Let me see which level I want. 74, 28, 2d8. 4th level. 5th level?
You watch as the hammer comes into existence right next to the construct.
And I am going to try and beat it.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Hit. Come on. Hit. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 just barely hits as you watch the magical hammer slam right into the construct.
Ha! 2d8. Unfortunately, force damage, not radiant.
Well, and I believe you're supposed to add your spell attack modifier to that too, right?
Well, it's 2d8 plus 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is my modifier. So I got an 8 and a 7. So that's
15.
15 plus 4, 19.
19. Nice.
And my move, I'm gonna stand over the gnome guy just so that he doesn't get, squished, hopefully. Is there enough movement for me to do that? Because I don't really melee a lot.
Yes. There's enough movement for you to pull that off. As you stand over Theo in his unconscious form, already casting Spare the Dying just in case. And that will conclude your turn. This construct is now going to take 3 hammer fist blows at you, Tyrion.
Okay.
That is a 12, a 26, and a 21.
The 26 and the 21 hit.
Okay. That is
Should not
going
have
to
mentioned
be...
I was a tank.
That's going to be 31 points of bludgeoning damage as a series of fists just come pounding into you, and the creature just squares off, specifically focusing on you at this point. That'll finish its turn. Do, you are up, and then Plux, you're on deck.
I'm just going to yell it after it hits. I told you I'm not the baby seal.
Okay, where exactly am I?
You
on this little
are...
map?
You see the individual in the white skirt with the yellow sorcerer's flame out in front of you?
Sounds good. Okay.
That is you.
Still looking like the regal elf I had turned myself into upon entering this place. I'm going to walk up with the most air of confidence that I can have, and I'm going to say to him, "Now, I understand that we do not represent well. We are a compilation of miscreants most of the time, but we are here to do a task, and that is to procure this tower for the new heir. I am not the heir, and neither are my compatriots. We are not exactly as professional as I would liked, but you have nearly knocked out your new master. and I'm going to cast Psychic Torment with that word, with those words.
Gotcha. What's the save on that?
For me, it will be an 18 intelligence, I believe.
So it's a DC 18 intelligence save.
Yeah.
That will be a 13. He's not that bright.
Okay, so that's a D8 plus my spell modifier, which
Okay.
is 5.
Okay.
And then he'll take a D4 psychic damage per turn until he makes a successful saving throw. So that's an
Nice.
8 plus 5.
So 13.
So 13 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
And
I would like to quicken that to a bonus. Sorry.
go ahead.
You were saying?
No, go for it. It's still your turn.
Oh, I was gonna quicken that to a bonus, but if he's gonna do something before I attack him again, I would like to wait a sec.
No, you can't do anything until the end of your turn.
Okay, so then well, if I'm quickening that to a bonus, then I'm going to use Reality Hammer
Okay.
as my action
Okay.
with my staff, and just make a regular melee attack.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's a melee attack with that spell, I guess, Reality Hammer. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to roll that. That's an 11 plus 7 plus like 3, I think it was.
So 21.
Yeah, I'll double check that, but
Well,
because it's
7,
like
a 7 plus 11 is 18, so that'll just barely hit him. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. Yes. That's 3d8s because I'm over 11. And then if I end it at any point, it'll give him another 3d8.
Okay.
That would be 8, 7, and 5. 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 damage.
Okay.
Force damage.
Okay.
And he's stunned at the beginning of my next turn.
Does he get does he get a save on? Does he get a save on that, or is it on the hit?
Let's see. I think it's on the hit. As part of the action, I'll just post it in the thing because
I can't read it because if I switch, it'll break the cameras.
Okay. As part of the action used to cast the spell, you must make a melee attack and a weapon against one creature within the spell range. Otherwise, the spell fails on a hit. The target shifts through reality and is stunned until the beginning of their next turn. Or until they take damage. The target can end this condition early at any point on the creature, taking
Gotcha.
1d4 force damage. And it's down here it says because I'm over 11, because this is a cantrip.
Right.
It will take another 3d8 because it's past 11.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. So you guys watch after Dew gives it this very interesting speech. It immediately looks confused and a very thin trickle of blood comes out of its nose. Its eyes kind of glaze over at this bizarre speech. And then you watch Dew just extend her staff and this like translucent forced hammer kind of wraps around it and she smacks it right up against the head of the creature. And then the creature just rebounds from that and seems to be stunned from it. And I think I lost to Alec.
No.
We lost.
Oh yeah. Would I have gotten sneak attack damage with that? I forgot that I have 1 point in rogue.
Yeah, you would have
Internet
because
guy.
it was in base with Alec's character, with Tyrion. So go for
Okay,
it.
that's another 2 points. That's another 2 points.
Nice. And that will finish your turn. And because, because that's all going to be aggregate. So it's currently stunned until the beginning of its next turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it cannot use a legendary action against you as it is stunned. That'll finish your turn. Pluck, you are up.
Yes, and it's Plucks. Thank you.
Plucks, fucks, frucks.
Yes, perhaps.
Well,
not
actually,
tonight.
to the beginning of its next turn, or it takes damage. That's what it said.
Correct. But I was trying to resolve the legendary action.
Yeah.
So, seeing how I was turned into this blood hunter, I don't quite understand it. So, if you wish to help me at all, that would be fantastic. What I'll do first is this thing called the blood maledict without the T.
The maledict.
And I shall, yes, and I shall amplify it. And that's what I would like to do first, and then I would like to, as a bonus action, imbue my bow with the rite of the flame. Thereby, if I'm reading this correctly, the creature will take an extra 2d8 damage per arrow that hits it because it's on fire.
Go for it.
What do you think of them apples?
Are they candy apples?
Only the best kind are. These are flaming, fiery apples of death. So I would like to do those things and then shoot it.
Go for it. You have advantage
Oh.
because it is stunned.
Oh my. Here we are. First one is going to... Oh, how unfortunate for me. A 10. Apparently, a cutting of my hands has really got my bow all in a mess. However, the next one does 25.
25 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Ah, yes. It's, arrows in this game. Are they still a d6?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Yes. Anyways, I shall roll also the damage done with the bow. All of a sudden, all of my things are gone. Who knew?
This isn't a game, Plux. This is like real life. I mean, come on. I can't forget that. Oh my gosh.
Silence, child.
Plux. I mean, our gnome gentleman who hired us could be dead right now. It's not a game.
Did you see that throw? It was remarkable.
It was awful. I mean,
Oh,
he hit
it
like
was
a sack of
fantastic.
potatoes. He hit like a sack of potatoes.
Wasn't it grand?
No.
15 points of piercing fire damage.
Nice.
It was like a squish and a crack. And I mean, my tummy might be upset from it. I mean,
Hello?
Can't
Can everyone
you-
hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you.
we can. Can you
Okay,
not
cool.
see the creature trying to beat us all up? Should we table this discussion for later?
fine.
Fine.
Just stop treating it like a game.
I'm going to go down these steps a wee bit so that he doesn't smash me like he's doing our flower child.
You gotta like go
And
halfway down the stairs so you
Yes.
have like just your
I'll
little
use
head
it half
like
cover, yes.
peeking over. right.
Yes, like a little goblin periscope, if you will.
So the creature,
Okay.
the first arrow hits it sideways and snaps off. The second arrow strikes
Yeah.
it right in like the chest area. Flames begin licking up the side of the flesh. It no longer stunned. It kind of recoils from it, shakes its head from not being stunned, stares at you as you kind of disappear, and then turns its head towards Dew and just growls at you. Dew and goes, "Argh!" And then it just brings a massive fist down in your direction as it's going to now use its legendary action to try to strike you.
Okay. It takes a D4, right? Psychic damage?
Why would it? I thought it takes a D4 during its next turn.
Well, this is its next turn, isn't it?
No, it's using a legendary action, which is
Oh, okay.
similar to a reaction, but it's a free action it can use at the end of an opponent's turn.
Right.
That's going to be a 23.
That hits.
Yes.
This is gonna hurt.
And that's going to be 41 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh yes, that hurt lots.
He's a beast, this one.
So that takes us to the top of round 2. As soon as Tyrion gets set up, are you back
I'm
with her?
here.
You are?
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah, I'm
see
back with you.
we don't see your
Yeah.
camera anymore, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, camera's off for now because I have to use my phone because my internet's out.
Gotcha. Your internet went out. Okay. So
Yeah.
that brings us to your turn. So Tyrion, go ahead. You're up at the top of the second round, and then fire. You're on deck.
Okay. Just making sure it didn't hit me while my internet went out.
No, it did not.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna cast Thunderwave at the 6th level on
Does that hit
on the
us?
creature. 15-foot cube.
That would
So
definitely hit Dew. She is currently in base with it as well.
hold on 1 second. Sorry, what was that?
It's definitely going to hit Dew. She's in base with it as well, so she would be affected by it.
Okay. Let's not do that then.
Hey, don't let it stop you if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
Do.
that's what I'm just letting you know what will happen. That's all.
I
Yeah.
deserve it.
But you would know what your character would do.
Yeah.
Do the do.
Only if you're attractive.
At the moment,
All
I'm
right.
an elf, so
I'm gonna cast Blight at the 4th level then.
Okay.
Against the creature, so the creature will have to make a con save.
All right. Well, I was going to try to fix that, but I cannot. Con save.
Yep, needs
That
to
is
make a con
a-
save of 17.
That is a 12. That'll fail.
All right, so it now takes 8d8 damage.
Nice.
It will take 39 points of necrotic damage.
39 points of necrotic.
Yep.
Nice. You guys watch as this necrotic energy strikes the creature. It kind of gyrates from the effect. You watch as the fleshy bits on its body begin to unstitch, and some of the flesh begins to fall to the ground. One of its eyes kind of bulges out and is now dangling. It's looking a little bit rough. That did some significant damage to it. Anything else you want to do?
And then let's see, I don't have any. Nope, don't have any bonus actions, so that'll end my turn.
Okay. Fire, you are up,
Ewy.
and then the bad
Okay.
guy's on deck.
He said my turn is over, and so I'm leaving.
Wait, don't.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, not a game. What is this about turns? Just hit the thing.
Punch it and perhaps take its dangling eyeball.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
my internet popped back on and it messed up all my audio stuff again.
No worries.
You sound wonderful.
The eyeball, but jeez, just keep hitting it. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna
Bag
attack
the eyeball.
weapon again.
and there's a part of my character that wants to like just tie you up in vines or something and hang you from the roof.
Right?
You had me up tying up.
I mean,
No roof needed.
sure. Yeah. Let's just sounds good. All right. I am going to smack it with the spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Okay, go
Smack,
for it.
smack, roll. Fudge nuggets.
Aunt Leia's fun
That is 15.
storyteller.
Whiff.
Yes.
And well, fine. Grr. I'm gonna guiding bolt it.
Roll to hit.
Mhm.
That's my action. I better be better. Come on. Roll high. Roll high. Roll high. Just better than a 9. Woohoo! That is better than a 9. 16 plus 9.
25 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yay! 7d6. Oh, I did it at 4th level, same as my spiritual weapon.
Oh, look, you can do something.
You know what? I'm gonna smack you.
Like I said.
6. All right, I'm gonna have to roll one of these. One again. I got 66 out.
Okay. My camera's working again, Jason.
Cool. Awesome.
Welcome back.
Oops.
I do believe this is the music in my cellar.
24. No. Yes.
Oh,
24 what?
that's a lot.
Points of damage?
Yeah, radiant damage.
Yeah, that will definitely do significant damage. You watch as the radiant energy striking the creature, lighting it up at the same time. You just watch as the effects kind of crackle over it, searing and pulling apart more of its flesh. And it just seems to be looking around confused and it's taken some damage, but strangely enough, it's still on its feet.
Okay, and whoever hits it next has advantage.
Okay, so the creature
Won't you just quit?
It is going to take 3 attacks on. Well, it did just get hit by Tyrion, so it's going to take 2 attacks on you, Tyrion. 2 hammer fist attacks.
Okay. And that's Tyranian.
Tyranian. That is a 10 and a 27.
The 27 hits.
Okay. That will be 21 points of bludgeoning damage. And then
Ouch.
one of those attacks are coming at you, Do.
No, don't hit me. I'm weak.
That's an
It's doing the do.
That's
I love my name.
that's going to be an 18.
That hits.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I think I have shield as a reaction. I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Shield comes up, and his fist just kind of glances off the shield effect. And that will finish its turn. However, right next to you, Fire, you watch as the second construct comes into existence right next to you. It steps off the pedestal. Its head turns to look at you and down at the unconscious form of Theo and back up towards the others. That's all it could do because it's technically, even though it's not summoned, it still cannot do anything as it comes into existence. That'll finish their turn. Do, you are up, and Plux, you're on deck.
Oh, goody. More baby seals.
Oh, was that his turn? He needed to take that D4 of mental damage.
D4 of mental, or no? He's got to make another save, right?
I've been taking that damage all evening.
So go ahead and roll a D4.
You know what?
Go ahead.
So have we.
That would be 3 points of
Okay.
mental damage.
And his con save is a 14.
Stop looking at me, cat.
No.
What's the DC on
Stop
that?
it.
Oh, it was 18.
Okay, so he failed again. So he's still unfortunately suffering.
It was an
under...
intelligence saving throw. Yeah, it's still intelligence, not
Right.
constitution.
Sorry, intelligence. That was a 12. So yeah, he's -1 on his intelligence. So yeah, he's
Yes.
still another rivulet of blood coming out of his other nostril as he still is suffering under the lamentations of that speech that you gave it. So Do, you're up. What would you like to do? And then Plex, you're on deck.
I apologize that our inadequacy upon meeting will cause your death, and it is a very tragic thing. It is depriving our client of a potential servant and you of your life. I apologize profusely, and I'm going to use Chaos Bolt at level 1.
What does that do?
I hurl a wobbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. It makes a ranged spell attack. I make a ranged spell attack.
You're currently in base with it.
On a
So
hit. Oh. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
just
at
gonna
range.
hit it with reality hammer.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, reality hammer. I'm gonna hit it. Yeah.
Or-
do I get advantage because of Callista?
Why would you get advantage?
Because she did a thing. I was the next one to hit it, right?
Yes, you do get
Yeah.
advantage on your strike.
Yep.
Or you could move
Cool,
back.
because
You could move away from it and do a ranged attack. You just trigger an attack of opportunity.
Does an 18 hit it?
An 18 just barely hits it. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Cool. That's 3d8s. And it's stunned again. That would be 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay, anything else you want to do?
And it's stunned unless I end it early and then I
Or unless it gets
do
hit.
another 3d8. Can I quicken that? And I want to do something else because I
tell
want
me.
to. I just want to hit it again, actually.
Okay. So you quicken.
Yeah, I quicken reality hammer. I'm gonna hit it again
Okay,
with reality hammer.
go for it.
It's 14 plus 7, so
21,
that should hit, right?
21 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh gosh, these is all small points. 7, 8, 9 points.
Nice. 9 points. You guys, once again, twice over, you watch as Dew brings this translucent hammer. Bam! Bam! Hitting it twice. Pieces of its flesh flying off. Its eye that was dangling pops and drops to the ground. It's starting
Ew.
to look pretty rough.
Do I need to do chaos magic? We kind of forgot last turn. I don't know if that's something I have to roll for, or you need to roll for.
You tell me.
Well, no, because I'm the sorcerer of wild magic.
Oh, that's right.
The
My
DM's supposed to
wild,
roll
yeah,
something.
yeah, my wild magic table. I need to roll that twice. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
I totally forgot about that. Thank
Okay.
you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Because I do have a really cool effect on changelings if they fail.
Oh God.
I
They
smell
become much
Cronenberg.
more interesting.
I smell a Cronenberg nightmare.
Cronenberg Morty. All right, so that'll finish your turn, Dew.
Mhm.
Plux, you are up.
I didn't know part of our tactics was boring it to death. My God.
That's your main skill, though.
Little did you know.
The first one is a 28.
That'll definitely hit. It is no longer stunned, but go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, yes, hold on. Let me do that then. Damage it is. The damage will be that 3, 4. Then we shall do that. So that is.
I'd like to end it now for another 3d8.
That would be 26 points just for the first arrow.
Nice.
Like, I would like to end it right before it hits, so he also gets the psychic damage.
Go.
And a.
So
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and
What is
roll.
happening?
Hold on. Go ahead and roll your 3d8. Plux, go ahead and take your second attack.
18.
Okay.
A 20, but not a natural.
No worries. Roll for damage.
Indeed. So, to go along with the 9 once again. Oh, yes. 22 more points total for 49 total
Nice.
for my
All of you
arrows.
watch as 2 arrows just connect with like the base of its neck
Fire!
and flare. And at the same time, you watch as Dew brings her hand up to drop the effect, and you just watch the poor creature's head just spread out like a watermelon. And it's just a stump of a neck between its shoulders, and it just keels over onto the ground.
So
I'll
sad.
duck my head into the stairwell as not to get bloodied with the common folk.
I'm gonna turn myself into a priest that I've seen in town, and I'm gonna do like the holy things, like rest in pieces.
So
I'm gonna
I'm-
turn around. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna. Oh shit! We have the other construct, guys. Can I say
Yes.
that, guys? Other construct.
And I'm gonna sit there and wipe the viscera away from my face, just like my
Yes.
uncle's chili cook-off. What were we doing?
Talk to it some more. Talk to it some more. By
So
God.
Dew and Tyrion looking over your shoulders, you can see where Fire is now beside another one. This one's slightly smaller in overall stature. Its eyes are glowing orbs. Its mouth is stitched shut, and its skin is kind of like this weird, kind of like shiny, metallic sheen to it, almost like it glistens. And it's standing there making some threatening moves towards Fire. This takes us to the top of the third round. Tyrion, you are up, and then Fire, you're on deck.
Okay, how close is Fire to the construct?
She's basically like 10 feet away from it.
10 feet away?
Yep.
Cool. All right. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
I don't think it's very cool.
Nope, can't do that. That's too close. That's too close. That's too close.
Hit the
We're
damn
gonna-
thing, or I'll take a nap here in the stairwell.
Oh, I'll help you with that nap. We're gonna cast Blight at the 4th level.
Okay, what's the save on that?
It is a con save of 17.
That is a 2 + 5 for a 7.
7, cool. It is going to take 8d8 damage. That is 47 points of damage that it is going to take.
Necrotic?
Yes, necrotic.
Nice, good choice. You watch as the necrotic energy slams into it from across the room. Fire, you're standing nearby. This purplish black kind of greenish energy coalescing across the metallic surface of this construct. You watch as cracks in its physical appearance begins to form where the necrotic energy struck, and you can see tendrils of energy kind of like coalescing over its body. Anything else you want to do, Tyrion?
That will be it.
Is it Tyr or Ty? Tyranian?
Tyranian. So
Tyranian.
like Tyrone, but Tyranian.
Right. I
Yeah.
keep thinking of Game of Thrones when I see that name. So
Yeah, Tyrion. Yeah.
Me too.
Tyranian.
I just
That
want
makes more sense.
Calling Tyrion. Tyrion.
So-
Tyrion.
So anything else you want to do, Tyranian?
We'll just
That'll be it. I don't
Okay.
have anything else I can do.
Well, you can move. You're about 25 feet away from it if you want to move.
You know, the other guy kind of beat me up a little bit, so I'm gonna chill where I'm at.
Fair enough. That'll finish your turn. Fire, you are up, and then the construct's on deck. Nice faces.
Okay. I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon over to the
Okay.
new guy,
All right.
and I'm going to try and smack it with my spiritual weapon. Come on, higher than a 9. Oh wait, we don't know what this guy's armor class is. Okay. Oh, mother fudge nuggets.
That
Yeah.
sounds weird coming from a cat.
I rolled a 1.
Yes.
Yeah, so that doesn't hit.
Yeah, you just watch as the hammer comes over and it just kind of translucently, just harmlessly passes through the target.
Yeah. It just forgot to solidify it right there. Oops, my bad. So I will guiding bolt. Yeah, well, guiding bolt maybe. Yeah. Guiding bolt again, but we're only gonna do 3rd level
Okay.
this time because save a 4th level spell. Okay. Come on. 18 plus 9.
27
So
will
that's, 27?
27 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, 6d6.
Here, kitty, kitty.
4, 5, 6. Okay, 60. 23. 23 radiant damage.
23 points of radiant damage. You guys are clobbering this thing already. You watch as and the entire surface of it lights up and coalesces with light. It's now bright and shine. It's like shining from that radiant effect. Energy coalescing around it. You watch as fissures and cracks form in its metallic surface. It's still on its feet.
Now, for my move, I can't pick him up and or drag him away. Can I drag him away?
Well, that would be picking him up, or
that would have been an
well, I'll say you can do that, but it'll cost you half your movement. So I'll say you
That's
kind of
fine.
you offhand grab him by the cuff and start dragging him backwards.
Yeah. Because I don't want him to get TPK'd, or like smashed his head. Yeah.
One wonders what your relationship with Theo must have been before he came here.
Oh, it was an epic relationship, and I'm gonna live in this tower after this, and it's just great. I mean,
You gold digger, you.
What you don't know is I had a relationship with his grandfather.
Oh, gee.
Oh Lord.
I've seen
Gnomes
that.
live like 300 years.
You generational gold digger. Was his partner's name Hugh?
How old are you?
So that will
I'll look for the smoking jackets now.
that'll finish Fire's turn. Unfortunately, Fire, you're the last one to hit him. You watch as his eyes flare red and a beam of energy comes out of his facial area.
Oh,
Ouch.
look, something interesting.
That's going to be
I'm gonna hit you.
That's going to be a 26.
No, that doesn't hit at all.
Eye
Armor
lasers,
class
how
is 18.
fun.
So that means a 26 doesn't hit at all. No, not at all.
Take 29 points of fire damage from these rays of
Oh.
burning heat that just smack into you.
Okay.
It's then going to step towards you.
Anyone smell a barbecue?
It smells like burning hair. Yeah.
Just like Grandma used to make. Oh no.
This one yet? Why
And
does it
then
want me? I didn't do anything to it yet.
it's going to bonus action try to grapple you.
Oh no, don't do that. I'm weak sauce.
That's 28. So give me athletics or acrobatics, whichever one.
Or both in case you need them.
I think I have it. No, I think that's only for attacks. Dang it. There's a sorcery thing that allows me to have advantage like once or something.
Question while we're figuring this out. That construct, did it move within 10 feet of me?
Oh no, can be ability checked.
Yes, it is
Okay,
within 10
this
feet
is-
of you.
Cool. Once we're done with this, I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, this is my once per long rest that I can have advantage on one attack, ability check, or saving throw. I'm gonna take
It's an
that
ability check, yeah. So
because
I'm fine with that.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. This was the Tides of Chaos. I got a natural 20. Whew.
Plus, so using
0. That's why I needed to do it.
so are you doing athletics or acrobatics? You can choose either one.
I have a +1 on acrobatics.
Okay, so you
So
rolled
21.
a 21. It rolled a 28. So you're currently grappled in its massive
Oh, it's
fists.
a natural 20.
That's only for attacks.
It's a natural 20.
Nope.
Ah,
Crits and
that was a waste. There was no chance I had. I had no chance.
so it's grappled you with both of its hands and is holding you in place.
Do I take damage from this grapple?
No, you're currently considered restrained at this point.
Would it provoke a hellish rebuke? Is what I'm thinking.
It's not really an attack. It's a special ability that it can do during its bonus action. So you don't take damage from the effect. And I think Hellish Rebuke can only deliver it's damage back to an attacker if it causes damage, or
response to damage being
correct.
damaged by a creature.
Correct. So you're
I
not.
forgot that I had that the first attack.
Right. That will finish its turn. That means do.
We still have my reaction.
Oh yeah. What do you want to do for a reaction?
I'm gonna do my Halo Spores reaction. The creature needs to make a con save.
All right. One sec. Con save?
Yep.
That's
Needs to make a con save of
19.
17. Yep. Reaction fails.
Okay. That will finish its turn. Do, you are up, and then Plux, you're on deck.
Right. I wasted my attempts to save myself from this, but can I still cast the Psychic Torment? It says I have to motion my hands towards it, but I'm technically in its hands, so my hands are already towards it.
No, you can still restrain. Just means you're being restrained. So yeah, you can still do your incantations.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Psychic Torment on this guy.
Again. And what's the save?
Yes,
Intelligence?
18.
Intelligence?
Yes.
That's a 14. That'll fail.
Okay, he takes 4 points of damage, and he'll take a d4 every turn of psychic damage he does not save.
And is he stunned?
Oh no, that's for the hammer.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Yes, because I'm gonna quicken that so I can haste our fighter guy. We have a fighter, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Who's the fighter? I forget.
I'm the tank.
Tyranian's your main tank.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna haste him.
Yeah,
or
watch.
would you rather be enlarged?
Haste.
Yeah. Okay, you're haste.
You watch.
I'm already rather large.
You kind of watch as Dew kind of twists around to see you and makes some hand gestures, and you feel that kind of like massive energy wave course into your body, and you recognize the effect of haste. All right, that'll finish your turn, Dew.
Okay.
Does that finish your turn?
Yeah, that's an action and a bonus action.
Okay.
Because I hasted the one.
Now I need you to make a strength save, please.
Yeah, this isn't gonna happen. That would be a 6. Do I get crushed to death?
You take 21 points of crushing damage.
Close enough.
As you are being slowly squeezed. Now you can roll damage for Hellish Rebuke as a reaction, I believe.
Yes. I'm going to bring it up.
Okay.
Again. Okay. Hellish Rebuke. Point my finger. Yeah. They must make a dexterity saving throw, and it takes 2d 10 on a fail and half on a successful.
Okay. I think we lost Callista there for a second. There she is. She's back.
She is indeed.
So is there a saving throw for that? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It says a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
It says a dex save of 13 because this is based on my ring.
Right. So that's a 12 on its dex save.
All right, 2d10 coming up.
Okay.
That's a 2 and a 9.
Okay.
11.
So 11 points of damage as the energy rebounds from you off onto it as it's squeezing you. Watch the energy kind of coalesce over its body. Plux, you are up, and then Tyranian, you'll be on deck.
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, Plux, you are up.
Oh, great. I'll shoot it.
Go for it.
Pew. Pew. Oh, yes. Why, look at this. A natural 20.
Nice.
Take that, construct boy.
Invigorating.
Yes. Storyteller, what dice or what do I do here?
Times 2 or
And-
twice the dice.
I'll take times 2, sir. That will be a total of 30 points of damage
Nice.
in just the one arrow. Do you see how it's done, people? Arrow number 2 on its way.
I'm so
Turn to him. I've been doing more than you.
so
You look it. Perhaps you should stitch yourself up a moment.
We're gonna look at it in a minute, buddy.
28.
You guys are killing me. Because Fire's like looking at you, like trying to eat you.
Yes. 15 more points of damage to the construct.
Nice.
the construct.
What?
The construct.
Construct.
Yes.
You watch as Plux just kind of looks around, sees the new construct, 2 quick shots at it, and ducks it back down into the stairwell.
Always talking conversationally while shooting.
You watch as the arrows just spiral, penetrating the surface of the armor of the creature. It kind of recoils from the effect. That will finish Plux's turn, unless you want to move again. It's up to you.
Oh no, I have the best seat in the house right here, watching our flower boy get pounded.
And me get squeezed to death.
Yes.
All right,
I'll walk home alone.
That will finish Plux's turn. Tyranian, you are up. We're at the top of the 4th round.
Mother Plux.
All right. So I'm going to use my movement to get closer, to the construct.
Okay.
And from there, because I have 2 actions now, thanks to haste. First action, I am going to. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. First one, we're gonna cast Primal Savagery,
Okay.
and that's a melee spell. So
Go for it.
Does a 24 hit?
24 definitely hits.
All right, and that is 18 points of acid damage.
Nice. Just your nails raking across it, leaving acidic trails in the metal skin behind it.
All right, and then I am also going to use my second action to attack it with my moon sickle.
Go for it.
Does a 23 hit?
23 just barely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right. And it will take 6 points of what's that word?
Slashing?
Slashing damage.
Slashing damage? 6
Yeah.
points of slashing.
Mhm.
Okay. Just bring the sickle right across the metal, sparks flaring off of it. It's difficult to tell how much damage this thing's taken. Its form is very different from the other one. The other one was almost like flesh. This one feels more like a metallic form, so it's kind of hard to know exactly what's going on with it. At the end of your turn, however, you watch as its face turns quickly towards you, and a beam of heated light comes out of its face as it only gets the 1 legendary action per round, and I forgot to use it last round. That is a 26.
Yeah, 26. It'll hit.
Does the haste help you with that at all? I don't know.
Oh, let me double check. Yeah, but a 26 still hits.
That's going to be 35 points of fire damage as it the heated beam of light just crashes into you. That'll finish your turn. Fire, you are up, and then the creature is on deck.
Okay. I am going to move my spiritual weapon again.
Okay.
And try and hit it again with this thing.
You've been so successful thus far.
You know what? I'm going to hit you with it next. Friendly fire. Friendly fire is going to be a thing. And it's unfriendly fire because my name is Fire. So unfriendly fire is going to be a thing.
That would be fun.
Oh
We're about to have roast
gosh.
goblin over that fire in the middle of the room.
I am going to nail his feet.
Lots of angry people.
Nail his feet to the
Wonderful.
should-
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Ah, yes.
I'm going to duct tape him to the ceiling.
You guys are,
And then what?
So much. Duct tape
Where
you
does
to
the story
ceiling.
go from there?
I got 22. 22 to hit with the spiritual weapon.
Now-
Ha! Take that, sucker. I mean,
That'll just barely.
Mother plucks.
That'll just barely miss.
what? I hate you.
With a cute face like that, it's hard to believe. You still have your action
Those
and
eyes
your
have
move.
seen more hate and destruction than anything.
22 doesn't hit?
No, this one's a different construct. The other one was more fleshy. This one's
Hate
more
this guy.
metallic.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Okay.
Your hammer's so much fun to watch flail.
I'm going to. You're going to wake up with like something in your bed and you're not going to like it.
Oh.
It's going to be like a goat head or something.
Nope. Knowing him, he's gonna like it.
True.
You seem to get me, flower child.
Fine. You're going to wake up with flowers in your bed. Ha! Take that.
It's not
Allergy.
flowers, it's mushrooms. Haven't you been paying attention? Because I haven't.
Oh,
I've been sleeping here on the stairs for most of the evening.
I believe that.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to I'm going to guiding bolt it again.
Go for it. Roll a hit.
3rd level. Roll higher.
Robble.
For 25. Does
25.
25 hit?
Yes, fire. 25 hits.
Fine. I'm glad it's 25.
Look at you
hit.
contributing to the party.
I'm gonna stick something somewhere
Oh.
uncomfortable.
Oh,
Nope. He'll like that too.
Oh man.
perhaps we'll have playtime after you're done
Oh,
here.
yeah. No, that makes my skin crawl.
Oh, I can make that happen too.
24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. You watch as the bolt just crashes into it, lighting up. The creature's now lit from the being struck by the guiding bolt. More fractures and fissures kind of forming on the metallic surface of its skin. That'll finish your turn. The creature is going to. It's going to squeeze
The life out of me.
It's going to squeeze Do, go ahead and give me another strength saving throw, please.
Hurt so bad. That's an 18.
18. Let me just check something really quick. That's dex save, so you are good. That's exactly what you needed, so you will take half damage.
Oh.
So that is 29 points of crushing damage, halved to 14.
Okay. Oh, guys, this hurts.
There's just like blood coming out of your ears and your nose. You guys can hear bones cracking and breaking under the under this
Just like
thing.
my last
Give
family
me a
reunion.
good time.
Does he take psychic damage now?
He takes it at the end of his turn, correct?
Beginning, I believe.
If it's
Torment.
go ahead and roll. Well, he's got. Does he make?
If he doesn't save,
Okay.
he has to save.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a 2. He does not save. So go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, he gets 1 point of damage.
Okay.
I bet that killed him, right?
And
Also, we're dead.
while he's
So sad.
and then he's going to look over to where Plux had popped up to send the arrows. I believe you have half cover, Plux.
Unless I'm napping.
So you have +2 to your AC. He's going to send a beam of light in your direction.
Oh, it is dark over here.
That's going to be a natural 20.
No, it does not hit. Yes. Oh,
Oh,
please hurt me, baby.
That'll be
there's
no.
the hellish rebuke though, for getting crushed. Even though I saved.
yeah, we'll do that.
Sorry.
Yeah, do that in a second. That's 49 points of fire damage to Plux. What's the save for Hellish Rebuke? 13.
Yeah.
That is a 15 on the save, so he saves.
Okay.
Does he
So it takes half of the damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
It was a 10 and a 7,
So
half of
17
17 is either
8.
13 or 14. Or no, not the 8 or
It's 8.
Yeah, okay. This brain did a thing. It failed.
All right. Series of blasts, energy coming off of the nearly crushed form of Dew. Laser like heat beams coming out of its eyes towards where Plux is hiding down in the stairwell. You begin to notice that the cracks and fissures on its plated surface is getting more prominent and worse. You get the feeling this thing's is finally taking quite a bit of damage at this point. That'll finish its turn. Dew, you are up.
Awesome. I'm still stuck in here.
You could try to break out.
That's range. I could try to break out.
Takes an action.
I guess I'll try to do that.
Yeah, it takes your action to do that.
I'll try to do that.
Give me either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Okay. It's 11. I
11?
fails.
Yeah, I rolled a 24. So you're still restrained. You have your bonus action and your move, but you're restrained. So you just have your bonus action left.
Because I didn't use a spell, I can't quicken it though. So can I quicken a spell afterwards? Is that making sense?
No.
No. I think I just lost my turn.
Is there anything else you want to try to
well.
do with your bonus action?
I don't have any. Like my only bonus action is to quicken my spells
Gotcha.
and two-hand finding.
Okay.
And to convert sorcery points into spell slots, but that's all I got.
Gotcha. So that'll finish your turn. Plux, you are up, and then Tyranian is on deck.
Yes. I am allowed to, as a bonus action, use hide. And I would like to do so now.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Yes, you are right, stealth. Yes, or I can simply just duck. Not very good. That's a 4. What I will do then is simply shoot this thing twice, and then duck below the level of the floor, if that's okay.
Yep, go for it.
Yes. The first attack is a 28.
That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah. Total damage for the first arrow will be 18.
Nice.
Shooting it once again. Oh, that's not so good now, is it? A 14.
No, you watch as that second arrow poof, just kind of ricochets off the metallic surface.
Yes, so I will now completely duck my head below the level of the floor and continue to just pop up, shoot, and hide again.
All right, top of the 5th round. Tyranian, you are up, and then Fire, you're on deck.
Okay, haste is still affecting me, so I got 2 actions. First action we're going to take is we are going to do chill touch on the construct.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yep. Does a 15 hit?
No, as you go to reach out and touch it, it kind of swings away from your direction, your hand passing right by it.
All right. And my second action, we're going to attack with my moon sickle.
Go for it.
My 22 hit.
All right. Does a 25 hit?
25 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right. 5 points of damage.
Okay. You watch as a piece of metal kind of goes twirling off of it. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. That'll finish your turn. I believe Fire, you are up, and then the creature is on deck.
Yes. I am going to send Ember, my little dragon familiar, who's adorable, over to Dew.
My God.
Okay.
You know what? I'm flipping you off right now. Sending her over to Dew, and I am going to cast Freedom of Movement on Dew.
Okay.
Does that free me from?
Grapple. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
You drop
I'm
from
so
it.
hurting.
Yeah, you drop from its hands, and you're no
It
longer
says target
restrained.
can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled. So it takes 5 feet of your movement to end the grapple.
I'm okay with this.
I figured you would be.
As long as he doesn't grapple me again.
That would so hit.
All right.
And then
Is that a one-time thing, or is it for a certain amount of time?
hold on. I believe it is for an hour.
Oh, good. I'm going to be free to move for an hour.
For an
I
hour.
like that.
Nice.
How fun.
And then I am going to hit it with my
And
spiritual weapon.
then,
Shut up. No and then.
and then,
No and then.
Hey,
And then.
Kevin, I'm pretty sure we've given Hope 1,000 clip opportunities with this episode.
oh yes,
No and then.
what a wonderful girl that Hope is.
Oh, I'm
I am
not going to
so
hit it
used-
with my spiritual weapon.
I'm so using my bonus action to infest him with fleas next turn.
Huh.
Right?
Nothing new for me.
right.
Ew.
Yeah.
Would fleas bother a metal construction?
I don't think
Not-
you would.
No.
I'm not talking about the construct. I'm talking about the goblin.
Oh,
Yes.
got it.
Have your wits about you. Figure things out.
When you're dealing
Now
with
about these
good
whips
lists.
and windows that we'll talk about after.
Oh no.
Yes.
So, Fire,
A
what'd
cart
you get
filled
with
with
the
puppies and candy?
what'd you get with the spiritual hammer?
Oh yeah, no, I rolled a 2.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I
the
got
hammer
11.
passes harmlessly through it. The
Yeah.
creature,
Yeah.
confused by the fact he could no longer hold on to Dew, looks over its shoulder to see you standing there, and it's going to do a fire blast at you. Fire.
What?
That,
I mean, it's got 2 people that are in base with it.
It didn't even attack it, and it went and grappled me.
It's in the
Um,
name. It's in the name.
Yep.
17.
17 does not hit.
Okay.
Perhaps
You watch
poking it in the
as
eyes will
the
stop
beam
it.
of fire goes right past your shoulders. It is then going to attempt to, it's going to try to grapple Tyranian at this point. Athletics or acrobatics, up to you.
Athletics.
Go for it.
Here it comes, Flower Man. Look
All
out.
right. That's a 17.
That's a 27 for it. So that will restrain you.
Well, crap.
All right. Lovely.
But you do not take damage until your turn if you fail a strength save. So that will do no damage but restrain you. That'll finish its turn. Do. you are up. You have slipped from its grasp. You are in base with it still, but you're no longer grappled.
Knowing that we have another tier of this tower to go to, I've been holding off on this, but I'm getting pissed off at this thing because I nearly died in its hands. So I'm going to cast Mental Prison on it.
Okay.
What this does is it binds a creature you can see within range. It makes an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
If the target succeeds, it's immune to being charmed. But on a successful, it takes a successful save. The target takes 5d10 psychic damage, and the spell ends. If it fails, it takes 5d10 psychic damage, and you must and you make an area immediately. The target space appears dangerous to it in some way. You must. It might cause the target to perceive itself as being surrounded by fire. All those things. Basically, it can't move. If it tries to escape its prison of illusion, it takes 10d10 psychic damage.
Go ahead and roll the 5d10 psychic damage as it failed its saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to have to do this because I don't have that many dice out in front of me that are d10s. That looks like 34.
34. As you cast this effect on it and create this mental prison for it to try to understand, you watch as the lights kind of flare in its head and dim. You watch as the form of Tyrannian just slips free. The creature just kind of leans over and goes inert.
Oh, shoot. It was close. Oh, well. Okay.
So with that, you guys
I'm in pain.
Yeah, you guys are looking around. There's a series of there's like a table, bookcase, a pile of trash in the corner. All of you kind of breathing
Is there a
heavy
magic
from
potion
this.
somewhere?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, before all that's done, I'm going to get everyone to huddle around me.
Okay.
11.
Like everyone. Come stand around me.
Okay.
Right now. Right now.
I'm standing.
All right. And with everyone standing there, I am going to cast, because we have one more level to go through of this.
Yeah.
And I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at the 7th level.
Go for it.
All right, so everyone's standing around me, so I can choose up to 6 creatures, so I'm choosing
everybody.
All of my teammates. Yeah,
Okay.
Everybody that's standing around me.
How about our host guy? The guy that probably needs to be awake.
He's actually within the circle.
Correct.
Okay.
So we all get 23 points healed.
Okay.
Yay, thank you.
Perhaps you're not as terrible as I imagined.
And since we're on the topic here, I'm going to use my wild shape. I should have done this earlier, but we have one more level. I'm going to use my wild shape to activate my symbiotic entity. That gives me 60 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay.
I roll double damage for Halo of Spores, and I add 1d6 necrotic damage to any weapon attack.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So, Fire, about the ropes.
Yes.
What are we going to do with them?
We're going to tie you up and throw them in a river if you don't stop.
Oh.
I mean,
You're so angry.
ropes are just like thicker string to me, so I enjoy playing with rope all the time.
Oh, you are after my heart, dear lady.
So as you guys
The rats are
collectively
going to be after your heart.
as you guys collectively linger around Tyrion, Theo comes to consciousness from the magical effect of the healing, the greater healing. Theo kind of gets up on one elbow, looks around, sees all of you kind of like standing around him. The eviscerated flesh golem down at your feet, the metallic construct inert and kind of hunched over. He kind of eyes the other set of stairs going up, and as he eyes them, all of you collectively hear a big booming voice kind of coming down from the 3rd floor. Professor, is there any chance we could finish this? It's getting kind of late.
I'd like to find any magic items in the room if there are.
Give me investigation check.
Wait.
Yeah, I only got an 11, so I didn't get it.
Yeah, you.
How unfortunate.
Is Theo still out cold?
No, he's conscious.
No, he just woke up.
He just woke up
Oh.
from the effect.
I got
yes.
I'm also going to search, and I got an 18 on my investigation
Okay.
check.
Yes, and a 24 for me.
Okay.
Mine is not obvious.
Man, you just piss excellence, don't you?
It's very hard to be with all of you.
I have no bonuses on investigation, so I'm just gonna like crowd Theo to like kind of distract him.
Where's your shit?
Not
You stayed paid.
Are you okay? I'm checking you for a head wound. Hold on, stay down. You know, you could have a concussion.
So
Is there anything abuse in here?
as
I would
Plux,
also like to look like Callista, so he's got 2, so he's probably going to think he's really dizzy.
Gotcha. So there's 2 fires hovering over him. He's just looking up,
Yeah,
confused.
how many of you see?
If I may, just for a moment, say these words quickly. There ain't no sunshine when it's on. Only darkness every day. Rest in peace, my man DMX.
Oh no! Did
I
he
thank
pass
you
away?
For your time.
No,
He
he did
did.
not.
He did indeed.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, he's been
He
on-
is
man.
He's been
he's
on
very
life support.
influential to my musical world.
Yeah.
COVID.
No,
Rest in peace.
he had a
my
heart- he had a heart
No,
attack.
Yeah, but I heard he was positive for COVID.
Oh well, I mean, he could have
He was
gotten that from the
positive for
hospital.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Rest in peace, sir.
That
Ain't no
sucks.
sunshine when it's on.
Yeah,
Up
Now I have
in
that
here,
song going
up
through.
in
Wait.
here.
nope, they haven't
Yes.
pulled the plug yet, but his brain function hasn't changed.
Yes.
Rest in
But
peace.
there are
Up in
reports
here,
that he
up in
has
here.
passed. Barstool Sports.
Poor guy.
Yes.
So with that,
So let us play on.
Plux and
Let us play.
Plux and Tyranian, you scour the area. Plux, you come across a series of books and manuals that begin to make sense for this room. It would seem that Theo's grandfather was definitely heavily invested in creating constructs, creating golem-like creatures, mostly an attempt to make them as servant-type creatures. You get the feeling that with his death, they might have gone slightly insane or confused about what to do next because they were tied to his
And
physical
relate.
form. With that, Tyranian, you scavenge about the room and you don't really find any items here, just a lot of journals, books, graphic design of constructs that Theo's grandfather's worked on in the past. However,
Do any of them show anything to do with mushrooms?
not specifically, but as you roll out one particularly long illustration with Plux kind of looking over your shoulder, the two of you looking at this illustration, you look over to the side to where Fire and Dew are kind of tending. Well, there's 2 fires now. It's kind of confusing, but they're tending to Theo. You look back down to the illustration. The illustration is a constructed beholder.
Oh.
And
I
then you
kinda
hear
I look at Plux and I go, am I really high? 1, am I high, or is there 2 of them? And 2, am I high, or does this have a... Yeah.
and then you hear that big booming
3.
voice from
We
upstairs
should
again.
both be high.
You hear that big booming voice echo from upstairs. I mean, Professor, it's been fun and all, but I was kind of hoping we could get this done.
I think I'll show myself to the door.
Theo, how much do you look like your grandfather?
Well, I don't. Well, I guess I look a little bit like him,
So-
only in like young
and so-
formation.
I
Okay.
think we have
And
just
so what
one
I'm going to
question
do
to
is
ask.
I'm going to kind of motion to him as like, hey, you remember that mushroom that I gave you eat earlier? You should eat it now.
No.
Because we have to have a little meeting.
Well, why do I
That's a
need to
bad
eat this
idea.
mushroom? I don't understand. What's it gonna do?
It'll help with your headache. It'll help with your
Are you
headache.
trying to get us killed? Are you trying to get us killed?
Who else is down bad, hit point wise? Down bad.
I would like to take the mushroom from him.
Who's looking rough?
Uh,
Who's looking-
give me.
I am.
Wait, hold on.
Actually
Hold on.
partake of this mushroom.
Hold on. If you're gonna take it from Theo, give me a sleight of hand check to try to take it from him.
This is not going to work. Oh, I got an 18 plus 1.
19. He
I'm the worst rogue.
rolled a 16 on his dex save, so you managed to snatch the mushroom away, and it's now in your hand. Theo just looking confused. Why does it matter if I look like my grandfather?
Because we make sure the
in
family.
We'll explain in a second. Meeting, other corner, yes.
Uh-huh, right.
Theo's
And,
just
so I
kind
kinda
of standing
draw
there.
everyone- So we're all going over to the other corner, and I kind of, with our backs turned so that he can't see, I unravel the scroll and say, "Do you guys know what this is?"
See an
Do
illustration.
we know what this is?
Yeah, you see an illustration of a beholder. You see its tentacles with the eyes, the main eye, but the illustration is stitched and kind of like partitioned. There's like cables and gears in place in certain places where the eye stalks kind of connect to the main form of the beholder. The eye itself has like a weird metallic kind of shuddering effect to it. But there's biomass notes like pointing to muscular and tissue. You can see where Theo's grandfather's made very meticulous notes in regards to this creature. It's a good document on what looks to be a grafted or semi-constructed beholder.
And I'm
I
going
would
to
like
kind of
to
turn
turn-
to everyone. The old man was off his gosh darn rocker. He's trying to make this thing. And I'm not a betting man, but given what we saw down here, being different weird otherworldly constructs, and there's one level left upstairs, I think I might have an idea of what we're going to see up there.
I agree with you, which is why we need to not let him be high, and maybe we can talk ourselves out of this.
He is a common man. Do you think seeing a beholder for the first time ever isn't going to wreak havoc? At least if he's high, we can tell him that it was a hallucination.
It worked so well on this level, didn't it? Let's pretend to be a troopy. That would be great.
It almost worked. And to be fair,
If it wasn't
we
for
were the
you damn
pirates, They were the
kids.
baby seals. We were the pirates. They were the baby seals. And I don't know about you guys, but we're still standing.
I'm half dead right now.
That's your
You
fault.
look marvelous. Look at that wonderful.
I
blood.
cast prestidigitation to get rid of the blood.
I tried to get some before she does it.
I'm going to produce a squirt bottle from my pouch and just start squirting plucks. Bad goblin, bad.
Bad plugs.
Did I get any of her luscious blood before she cast it away?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, yes, I will. I
Oh,
definitely
please,
will.
no.
Oh, boo, a 10.
10.
Oh, thank
Damn it.
Do give me a deck save, please.
Oh, roll low,
17.
you.
17.
Oh, it's a save. Plus 4. I
Oh.
forgot that I have +3 on saves.
You
Ah,
bitch.
You watch as Plux attempts to, like a finger going into a cake, he goes to swipe some blood off your wound, and you kind of prestidigitate it away to keep him from doing it, and then he just kind of recoils and just gives you a glare.
Well, damn. So who's dealing with the 10 eyeballs upstairs?
Okay.
Okay.
We are all dealing with it. We're going to
Okay.
maybe show Theo what we're going up against, so we can try and talk this down, and he can run if it doesn't work.
Okay.
Oh,
So
get ready to run.
Let him know what
before
we're getting into.
this happens, I am going to where is it? I am going to cast Cure Wounds at the 4th level while we're all standing here.
Okay.
Mass cure?
No, just regular cure.
I love your.
Um,
Okay.
I'm the life cleric, and I'm not doing any of the healing. That's funny.
Yeah, no, it's great. The person that plays with dead people and mushrooms is. All right.
Oh,
I mean,
gross.
I can do mass cure wounds.
If you could, that'd be great, because that saves me a spell slot, because I only have 2 high-level ones left
Yeah, it's fine. I'll use one
that
of my
we're
8th
going
level
to
spells.
need.
Okay, I'll use my only 8th level spell. You probably do way more damage against them than I do, anyways.
Oh,
I've got some pretty good ones.
Yeah, so that's fine. Mass cure wounds at 8th level, 6d8 plus 14.
Go for it.
oh my.
How many d8? 2,
68 plus
4,
14.
5, 6. There's my 68. Plus the life cleric bonuses, I think, because those aren't. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. 35, 49, and 59 points to each of you.
Oh, I like that.
Boy,
I'm
those
back up to full health.
those life
You
those,
are a blessing.
those life cleric spell casting, huh?
Yes. But I have
Between the two of you, I'm okay.
no more 8th level spells now.
Oh, jeez.
One 8th level.
We'll maybe not get into the way of the big bad guy this next round.
That's usually my MO, not getting in
Yes.
the way of the big baddies. Yeah.
All right,
Let
so
us try to
show
talk
of
this down.
hands. Who thinks that they can persuade a beholder to leave its lair?
I
Uh,
can. I can do this.
I think she can.
Probably. Maybe.
You do
Assuming we
realize
get a
that
full
if you
one.
Should be
can't,
lots of fun.
you do realize that if you can't, it spells almost certain death for you. You'll at least, at best case scenario, if you fail, you'll become its slave. Worst case scenario, you become its dinner.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, whether we go in talking or guns blazing, we still are have the chance of fighting it, right?
And we do, and we don't have.
Yeah.
They know he knows we're here. He's been talking to us. You can hear him.
He knows someone is here.
The professor, which I assume is the grandfather.
Probably the dead guy.
Okay.
Yes.
So, here is what I think our plan should be.
Animate it and get there and tell him to this is the guy that's taken over for us. I mean, that might have been a better way to persuade.
Better idea. Is
Grandfather.
there any? I was going to say, is there any of the grandfather's clothing or robes or anything in the first 2 levels?
I'm sure something with 9 eyes could never tell the difference between grandfather and something else.
I honestly think honesty
You
is
think
the
you're
best
cunning,
thing.
and you still believe that, so anything's possible.
Honesty worked on the
My
first level,
goodness.
guys. Let's just be honest. Huh?
That was the first level. You know,
Yeah.
this is
Oh, child.
I'm sure.
You're so much fun.
I like honesty. I like honesty.
Okay.
I like
I mean,
watching people
Professor,
die, so have at it.
I know I can be scary, but if we could just get this done, I can be out of your hair.
How
Let us
many
go up there,
eyes
friend.
do you have?
How about we just tell him, "Oh, just go on and be on your way. It's okay. Go ahead.
Now let's
Now
go.
that's an idea.
We'll lock up for the night. It's okay.
It's okay. See you
And then
later."
let's bring this damn tower down.
I don't think that works on a beholder, honestly.
Oh wait, hold
I think
on.
they would live.
Hold on.
Don't bring the tower down because then we might not get a bonus.
Fire had an idea that
Yeah.
I totally spoke over, and I just realized what her idea is.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are there any Well, I mean, which idea? Because I've said a couple. Was it the one where the changeling
The changeling changes into the grandfather.
Yeah, okay. So are there any pictures of what the grandfather looks like around? So we look at Theo. I'm going to look at Theo and say, are there any pictures of your grandfather in here?
I will say Theo quickly runs downstairs, pulls a picture off of the family sarcophagus that was downstairs, brings it upstairs to you guys, and shows it to you. There's my grandfather right here.
Wait, is this a current picture or like an old picture?
I mean,
does it look like him young?
It was painted maybe 50 years ago.
So he looks young in the picture.
No,
I mean,
he looks mature.
No.
He looks mature.
Gnomes get old.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks old, and it was his grandfather that died. Remind them.
Look at all the knowledge in this room together.
Okay.
How fun.
Based on what I'm going to try and turn myself into this character.
Okay, you shapeshift into the dead image. You know, you now are the image of the grandfather. Theo kind of eyeballs you. Go ahead and give me a performance check as a base. Because even though you look like
11
him,
for performance.
11. Now give me a regular deception check.
That's 19 plus 10. So 29.
So you look like him. Theo does his best to try to coach you to sound like him. Unfortunately, the voice doesn't quite come off right, but you definitely look like the grandfather.
Right.
We'll say you had a cold. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, fine.
You have gnome
Let's do this.
Yes, let's.
Gnome pox. They
Oh,
really
yes.
affect your vocal cords.
Are you guys heading upstairs now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I have like 40 minutes before I have to go to work, guys. So we got to do this.
Okay. Go upstairs.
Well, do y'all feel that? Or am I just... I need to stop eating these mushrooms for breakfast.
Stop eating the mushrooms for breakfast. Did you just sneak one? I mean,
I've been eating them this entire time.
Of course you have.
I have a horrible problem that I refuse to address.
We need to stop paying you so that you have no money to buy them.
Spores, Circle of Spores. It was on my application. I don't buy them. I make them.
Stop making them.
I would like to use my hide features like go up the stairs, storyteller.
So
it's called a problem.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, Plux. As
I will
all of
you
you make your way,
you can take.
As all of you
stealth check, I would like to do to have if we're doing stealth, I would like to have passive without a trace on us. I can do that at will with my staff.
Do that to me, baby.
Yes, please. Oh, please. Oh.
So
thank you for asking.
Plux is attempting to be stealthy and be as minimally seen as possible. The rest of you kind of very silently make your way up on to this floored level. You see this...
I'm a 7-foot Goliath. There's no way I'm stealthy.
You are quite the tall one, aren't you?
You see this large beholder, but it's strange. All of its eye stalks are somewhat detached. There's a series of metallic-like gears near the connecting points. Its eye is both biomass and metallic shuttering in effect. Part of its lower jaw is metal with rivets. The rest of its form seems to be biomass, its natural features. Its anti-magic field is currently not active, so all of your magical abilities seem to function, and everything seems to function as you step into the space. Pluck, as you're in the shadows kind of watching this happen, the changed form of Dew, the eye immediately focuses in on you and goes, Professor, I don't know where you've been, but could we get my surgery finished so I can get out of here?
Listen, stop. We brought that. Stop speaking. You know it hurts when you speak, Professor. We have brought him here under his guidance. He is not able to speak due to an injury. We brought him to you.
Very bad case of the gnome pox.
Yes.
Plux, give me deception with advantage.
Indeed. Yes, we shall roll for days. 16.
Okay. Okay, Professor. I understand, but is that going to prevent you from finishing what we started? I mean, I've been here for almost 3 days waiting for you to come back. And those stupid automatons been making noise the whole time, so I haven't been getting much sleep.
That isn't a good thing. I'm sorry you're not sleeping. Is there something we can do for you and help the professor here?
I don't know. This was his responsibility.
Then perhaps we'll leave you two to it. And I walk down the stairs.
Do.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna see if I can
That's
see
awesome.
how,
So
see how
while
the surgery.
Give me investigation. Fire.
and while she's doing the investigation, I am grabbing Plux's shoulder as he tries to walk and stopping him.
Okay. Give
I
I
me.
don't resist. I just...
You let him grab you,
Damn
Plex?
Yeah, I'm not leaving. Yeah.
He's grabbed
If
you
he
by the
would have let
shoulder.
me go, I was out the door. I've only broken character twice all night. Damn it. But yeah. Oh, fine.
Fire, what'd you get?
Curse you, Goliath.
What'd you get? I couldn't
That's
hear you.
Mr. Goliath to you.
I still
1
can't.
9.
Okay, 19. As
Ugh.
you begin to kind of like you walk over to where the beholder is being held up by what looks to be like some kind of pedestal underneath, keeping him up off the ground. You can see that all the eye stalks are detached and being replaced with what looks like little metal gear systems. You can see that there's maybe an inch off the surface of the beholder, but behind the beholder, you see a series of cables that seem to lead to a series of like electronic like diodes of some sort. They seem to be filled with like electrical fluid, and each one is connected to each eye stalk. There's some cabling to each base of the eye stalk, and then there are a series of colored switches under each one. There's 3 switches per eye stalk. One is green, one is red, and one is yellow.
Is there any writing on any of it? Like
No,
labels?
they're all color coded.
No labels, just colors. Okay.
Correct.
Yes, a crown now befitting my status here.
I'm gonna look over at the Professor Dew, and I'm going to wave Professor Dew over to,
I'm going to
come
old
here.
man hobble like I've just gone through the worst sickness
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
Mhm.
Professor,
Still not-
are you sure you're all right to finish this?
And I'm gonna kind of lean over into Plux and whisper into his ear, "We're really about to perform surgery on a beholder."
I'm gonna look at the beholder.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, did you know what was supposed to come next? What was the
No,
next
I'm not a doctor. The professor was supposed to. Are you sure?
step? Okay,
W-
that's fine. That's
Wait a moment.
fine. Look at the professor. Okay.
Wait just a moment. I'll walk over to the professor, putting my ear to the professor's mouth.
Mhm.
Nod and shake and pretend to listen. Ah, yes, Professor. Exactly what we shall do.
Oh my God, you're wearing.
Mr. Beholder, sir, or madam, whichever you are.
Okay.
He says in order to not inflict a great amount of pain on you, he must render you unconscious for a moment.
Make a persuasion
It's
check.
how surgery are done. Sure, I will do so. That's a beautiful 12.
He looks from you
Yes.
to the professor, back to you, to everybody else.
Yes.
His
Yeah.
face is looking very concerned. He's looking like, I don't believe that was part of the original conversation. Professor, you know I cannot be put unconscious. You told me that
Can't you choose? Wait,
No, I can't.
Professor.
I'm incapable of sleep.
Oh, I did not understand. He simply said you need to be able to not feel pain, so you will have something injected into you that is something to take pain away, not put you to sleep. I misunderstood.
Give me another
Or not.
Give me another persuasion check.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, well, I think I rolled performance last time. Oh, this is beautiful. A 1. Let's fucking go.
The beholder's main eye just swirls down to the professor and then over to the goblin.
Well, shit.
And the beholder's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Just pull the lever.
Apparently I am.
What a...
Okay. I'm gonna pull the lever.
And while they're pulling the lever and everything,
I'm gonna look shocked on my face.
I'm gonna cast Feeble Mind on the beholder.
Okay, what's the save on that?
None. It's automatic.
It is a intelligence saving throw.
That is a 24.
Yep, it fails.
Yes,
So at the same time, so fire the first.
Oh wait. No, the spell fails. The spell fails. Not the beholder fails. Yeah, the spell fails.
So fire, you go to reach up to pull one of the levers. There's 3 levers per swirling fluid mass for each eye stalk. There's 3 colors. There's green, red, and yellow. Which one are you pulling first?
I am pulling green.
Red wire, blue wire, red wire, blue wire. Which is it?
Go to pull the green lever and nothing happens.
Okay.
So far, so good.
The green lever remains the green lever remains down. Do you want to put it up or keep it down?
Put it up.
You put it up. Okay. What are you good? What are you trying next?
Yellow.
Yellow. You reach over. You pull the yellow, and as you pull the yellow, there's a clicking sound, and you watch as the swirling matter in the glass orb begins to take an incandescent light and swirl like it's getting ready to energize.
Okay.
I'll be backing up during this time.
Same.
Okay.
Oh shit,
man. We'll try red next.
So the yellow lever is down, and then you pull red. As you start to pull the red lever, the energy stops moving and diminishes down, almost as if you're stopping it from working.
I put the red lever back up. Does it start working again?
It goes back to oscillating and pulsing and swirling.
Okay. Now I pull green.
As you start to pull green, the pulsing light grows in brightness. You watch as the fluid begins to flow into the cable and towards the eye stalk. And as it does, you watch as it flares the gear and metallic work, and then the eye stalk, and there's a flash as it fuses to the point connecting it. But the fluid is still flowing. You get the feeling that you pull up the red one, and you begin to realize that by managing the green and red levers, you're controlling
Yep.
the amount that is flowing into the eye stalk, and you watch as it fuses. The gears whir, and the eye stalk. Oh, Professor, that's very good. It's working again.
Doesn't hurt, right?
No, I don't feel a thing.
Okay, fabulous. Next die.
Okay. So once again, you do the, sleight of hand. A few minutes goes by. You do it again. Takes about a total of an hour, but at the end of the hour, you watch as all of the eye stalks have been successfully refused back to the top of the beholder's head. All the gears and all the eye stalks begin to whir, and they make a weird kind of clacking and metallic sound. You then watch as the anti-magic field and its ability to self-levitate clicks in, and it kind of hovers there for a second, testing all of the eye stalks. A big wicked smile on its face. Well, Professor, you come well recommended.
So what you're saying is that a once inept beholder is now a full and ready to kill us?
Let's open the window. Is the window how you got out?
As you go to try to figure out, don't worry, Professor, I'll let myself out. And you watch as a tear in reality opens up right next to the beholder. And you know what, Professor? I'll let my friends know. Anybody good enough to fix Xanathar is good enough for me. And you watch as the beholder falls through the teleportation rip that it created. And Theo just looks and goes at all of you, maybe I don't want this tower anymore. I think I'll sell it. And that's where we're going to finish tonight.
Thank God. Thank God. Oh, geez.
Hey, Zeus.
Oh,
Well, all right.
I love,
boy.
this is as close as I've gotten to doing a delve in a long time. So I really like the tower formula is really fun because I can challenge you with one thing and then challenge you with another and challenge with something else. It could have gone the encounter route, but I like to leave it open for different choices. So I hope everybody had fun. Was it fun? Did you guys have fun?
Yes. Oh my God.
That was great.
I was so worried I'd have to leave in the middle of a fight.
I was so worried that my feeble mind fail was going to cause combat. I was like,
we have some time. Alec, tell me a little bit about your Spore Druid. Why that route? What was your thought? Before you explain, I want to let all the people out there watching or whoever listens to this in the future, I don't actually know what they're playing until the day of. I purposely don't look, and even when I do look, it's mostly to determine if I'm going to use an avatar or if they're going to use a camera or whatever we decide to do. I don't actually look at the details of the character. I write the encounter 2 weeks ahead of time, build it in a way that I'd like to run it, so that as they build their characters, we get to see what these two collisions do. So there's really not a lot of premeditated understanding of what the expectation is, which is why I wanted to take a few minutes to hear from Alec why the Spore Druid, because that's new to me. I've never run one.
Yeah, neither have I. I've run every other circle of Druid, and I saw the circle of spores and what it could do, and I thought that could be really good for like crowd control or direct damage or anything like that. And with that, I usually play some type of spellcaster. My first ever not spellcaster character is actually in Titan's Revival on Tuesdays. Plug.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm playing a monk in that one, but yeah. So I'm playing this, and I just like these odd characters. And I saw the Circle of Spores, and I have this kind of bad habit of, for lack of a better phrasing, I treat druids as if they're crackheads. Just complete chaos, chaotic. Yeah, you mean they're not? And that's where every druid I've played is some form of the name Tyrone Biggums from Dave Chappelle's Chappelle Show. But Circle of Spores, I just saw like how odd. And my favorite spellcasters are necromancers, and this is essentially the necromancer version of druid.
Yeah, it is. Cool. I like that.
And
So
I didn't get to play with like all the features, but there still is some like really cool stuff you can do with them. Like, you can use your spores.
Yeah.
You can use your spores as like a bonus action when you can wild shape into that spore entity thing, and you can use it to like animate dead things.
Cool. So it is a druid necromancer, basically. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Carolyn, how'd you like playing your Sork?
It was great. It was great. I did not get to cast Finger of Death because I was saving it in case we had to face something bigger and scarier, which would have been nice.
Fair
But
enough.
I mean, it would have been good if we had to fight the Beholder, but thankfully we talked
Yeah,
about
I
it.
still had
Yeah.
I still had Sunbeam and like all kinds of high level stuff. I just
I
need to save it.
And I think that only worked because we had a change thing that grandfather.
It did, and that's the thing.
well,
If you didn't have polymorph or had the ability to change into the form of the grandfather, the whole thing probably would have turned into an encounter of a different nature.
what if about the grandson? Wouldn't that have mattered at all?
No.
It's like,
Not really, because Theo didn't have a whole lot of involvement with his grandfather. He was just kind of greedy for the tower, and his grandfather was a bit of a recluse, but you guys didn't really go into that path of questions.
Yeah.
So
and
hindsight's always 20/20. I had polymorph in my spells, so we
There you
actually
go.
might have been okay. Yeah.
Oof. But
Hey.
would we have thought of it?
So you enjoyed your Sork, though?
not
It was
this
Callista's
group.
idea. She
good
was the
job.
one that came up with that idea. It was a
Good
great
job.
idea.
Kev, what'd you think of Blood
Yay.
Hunter?
I think it's fun to cut myself and create arrows that do damage.
Yeah, the
No,
damage
you'll
and
never-
the
you'll never
damage
run-
the damage enhancement on that was pretty sick. I mean, you were doling out
Yeah.
some serious range damage.
Yeah.
It's-
No, and there was another a thing like Fury of the Small where I could have added like 15 points to
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even
no, it was neat.
it makes me
No, but
wonder.
I need to learn a lot more. Though,
Yeah,
'cause there's
yeah.
so much to it, dude.
Well, and what would be neat is a multi-class Blood Hunter and like a pseudo arcane archer build, like a ranged Blood Hunter build with the enhancements, and the Fury of the Small with the kind of arcane nature of an arcane archer. That would be a blast. You basically you're basically an 85 millimeter flak cannon at that point. Just
Yeah, it's just so it's so 5e has so many different things to choose from in terms of classes and all the abilities. It's really hard to wrap your head around all of them. Like that's why I like playing mostly. I usually play paladins and fighters straight up, but man, there's so many different caveats to all the different classes. I think it's what makes the game neat that there are so many different things. But man, you really gotta study and know this shit.
And
that's why I love this, because I can play it on Thursdays.
Yeah, well, and it actually makes my job easier as a storyteller, because it's not my job to know the character. I can help a little bit, but it really encourages players to really kind of understand their character, and that's why you're right. It's one of the reasons why I like the One Shot Presents, because it's a fun experimentation. Then of course you have Callista that plays her forever character. She gives me that knowing cat face.
Callista makes me happy. I love that woman.
I enjoy playing different variations of my characters.
And the variation tonight is from which game?
The variation tonight is from our Tuesday night game, Wild Mount Denizens and Their Masters.
Yep.
And it's Fire on the Bright Cliffs. And in that game, she is a Tabaxi cleric that has amnesia, and she doesn't remember anything past 2 years ago. And she's, a life cleric that is finding out that she potentially murdered bunches of people in her past that she doesn't remember. But I still don't believe that. But, that's what other people say. That doesn't make them right.
So
Your eyes are so shifty.
So with that, folks, I hope everybody
I thought
out.
Kevin's character had the tragedy.
I hope I hope everybody out there had fun
Pluck's a bit
watching.
tragic.
I usually put this one-shot episode up on our YouTube platform within a couple weeks, and then on our Anchor podcast within the same couple of weeks. But hey, join our Discord. This is lots of fun. You earn an opportunity to be live on our Twitch. Use your camera, use a profile, use an avatar. Thursday's our fun night where we just put together some cool characters, put together a quick one shot and then walk it through. Some of us learn, some of us teach. It's a lot of fun. It's a very safe space. There's no judgment here. Mistakes are guaranteed to happen, as learning and teaching
Absolutely.
are the process, right? Failure is not an option. Failure is progressively getting better at what you're trying to do. And that's why we don't worry about it here. Whether you want to learn or teach it, come and join us. We have shows Tuesday night. We have shows Thursday, every other Thursday night, the One Shot Presents. We have Age of Arcanum on Friday night. And we have Basilico the Cudgel, Adventures in Greyhawk on Sunday night. But we always have many different games going in our Discord. So follow us, learn more about us. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. And as I always say, hey, be safe out there. Try to be kind to each other. I know it's hard to do. But the hardest thing at all, try and take some time to play a game and have a little fun. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Laters.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right.